Hello programmers, in this video I will explain and I will show you how to write a program to print prime numbers like this. What is prime number? The number which is only divisible by itself and 1 is known as a prime number. So here I mentioned few prime numbers. Let me take any one, then I will explain. So I will take 5, then I will explain. The definition is we need to divisible by itself and 1. That means we need to divide by itself. That means 5 divided by 5. Observe very bit carefully. Remainder will be 0 and try with 1 also. So only possible way is 2. So then we can able to say as a 5 is a one prime number. Let me take any non-prime number. Take 6. First divide with itself. Okay, is it possible? Same like try with 1. So it is also possible, but we can able to divide with other numbers also. Let me conclude that thing. We can able to divide with 2 also, right? 2 3s are 6, remainder also 0. So same like 3, 3 2s are 6, remainder also 0. So the conclusion is 6 is a not a prime number, because the condition, what is a prime number condition, is only divisible by itself and 1. Then only we can able to say as a, that is a one prime number, right? So for example I taken 5, so divisible by itself, that means 5 and 1 divisible by 1. So can I try with other? So I will try with others. 2, 5 divided by 2 I am trying. 2 2s are 4. Check the remainder. Still we have remainder as a 1. Means properly not able to divide. Okay. That means only two possibilities only is there for prime numbers. That means I will conclude 1 into 5 is equal to 5. Right. Same like 5 into 1 is equal to 5. Only two possibilities is there. But if you check other non-prime numbers, for example, take 6. 1 into 6 is equal to 6. 6 into 1 is equal to 6. 2 into 3 is equal to 6. 3 into 2 is equal to 6. Okay, same logic I will be implement with help of programming language also. At the time what we need to remember is, we need to remember after dividing any number we need to get the remainder, right? That remainder we need to count. For prime numbers, if you count means you will be get only two reminders only. That means zeros you will be get two times only. One is by doing by itself and by doing with 1. So the remainder you will be get 0 for prime numbers is two times only you will be get. This logic will be implement with help of programming language. Okay, observe very bit carefully here. So I will take this class. So I will take one number int I is equal to 10. This number is my intention is I need to print in between 1 to 10. Okay, 1 to 10 prime numbers I need to print. For that I will take an int I is equal to 10. Int I is equal to 1. I will start with 1. So I less than or equal to 10. That means n I plus plus, right? So if I print this one means what I will be get. So if I print this one means what I will get? I will be get 1 to 10 I will be got, right? See, observe very bit carefully. But our intention is we need to find out 1 to 10 prime numbers. In between 1 to 10 we need to get prime numbers. In between this range we need to get prime numbers. For that what I will do is I will be write one more for loop. Inside for loop I will be write one more for loop. We can say as a nested for loop. Into j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to I, j plus plus. Okay, so in this for loop I will be write the logic to find out the prime numbers. What is the main logic? After dividing we need to get the reminders. How we will be get the reminders in programming language? We need to use one operator, that is modulus operator. Observe very bit carefully like this. Modulus operator of j. The remainder will be 0. If remainder will be 0 means what we need to do? For non-prime numbers also remainder we got as a 0. Observe very bit carefully. For non-prime numbers we got remainder as a 0. See, here we got 0, here we get 0 0 0. But prime numbers we got 0 for two times only we got. See, two times only we got. Okay, that condition we need to implement here. For that I will be take one variable int count is equal to 0. So whenever I got remainder as a 0, at the time I will be increment count is equal to count plus 1. Like that every time I will be increment. So at the end of this for loop I will be check if if any number if any number count is equal to 2 means only two times only their count. Okay, then I can able to say as a, that is a one prime number. Okay, let me write that thing. So here I will be use system dot out print. I will be print within same line only. Okay, for that print here I will be write. After write I will be give some space. So up to now everything is clear. The main logic is here only. Inside this for loop main logic will be we return. Okay, I will be execute and I will be explain remaining thing. Okay, see, in between 1 to 10 we got prime numbers are 2 3 5 7. If you take any number and apply same logic whatever I explained here, right, same logic you can apply. Okay, up to now it is clear, right? So for getting better performance I will be remove some unnecessary codes, that and all I will explain. So we already know 0 and 1 are the not a prime numbers, right? 2 only prime number. From 2 is a even prime number. Okay, from 2 onwards it will be start. So I will be take as a here 2. Okay, then I will be check whether we will be get expected result or not. See, expected result. Okay, so then here here also I will be write some condition for getting better performance. That condition will be a if count greater than or equal to 3, then we need to get as a break. Okay, no need to, our intention is mainly we need to get up to 2 counts only for us required. After that no need to count remaining things and all. Okay, unnecessarily we are iterating again. Okay, so this thing I written for the getting the better performance. Okay, I will be execute same program, then I will show you. Okay, for result. See, I will be got still same only. So with help of this example I will be explain few things. Okay, see, this is the outer for loop, this is the outer for loop, this is the inner for loop. So initially we taken I is equal to 2, that means next it will be check condition, that means 2 less than or equal to 10. So if condition satisfy means it will be go to inner for loop like this one, into j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to I. Now tell me what is I value. I value become as a 2, right? So 2. So if condition satisfy means it will be go inside if condition. Tell me what is the I value 2, what is the j value 1, modulus of 1. Tell me remainder. Remainder will be 0. If remainder will be 0 means what will happen inside the here, inside here we are incrementing. Am I right? Inside here we are incrementing count. Okay, so at the end of the at the end of this for loop what will happen again? At the end of the for loop what happen again? J plus plus will be happen, means that means increment happen, that means 2 modulus of 2, that means remainder again 0, again count will be increments. Now tell me how much, what is the count? 2. Okay, 2, it will be check this condition. Now it will be check this condition, 2 is equal to 2, condition happily satisfied, then it will be print 2. Okay, same like I will explain 3. At the end of the for loop again what happened? I plus plus increment, I plus plus value now become as a 3, that means 3 less than or equal to 10. Outer for loop condition will be satisfied, then it will go to inner, again j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to 3, like this it will become, right, 3. So now it will go to inside if, tell me, 3 modulus of 1. Tell me remainder 0. If remainder 0 means again it will be increment happen. Same like 3, again j plus plus increment, again j will become as a 2. Now tell me what is the remainder. Now this time 1. Observe very bit carefully. Now 1. This time whether count will be increment? It won't increment, right? This time it won't increment. Again 3 modulus of 3. Now tell me what is the remainder? 0. At the time count will be increment. Like 1, 1. What is the count totally? 2. That means 2 will become, check here, 2 is equal to 2, condition will be satisfied, then 3 it will be print. 3 is a one prime number as we know. At the end of the for loop again I plus plus will increment, now I value become as a 4. Okay, this point is very important for us. Okay, now I value become as a 4, like 4 less than or equal to 10. So for outer for loop condition will be satisfied, it will go to inner for loop, same again j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to 4. Am I right? So it will be check again inside if condition. Observe very bit carefully here. 4 modulus of j value 1. Tell me remainder 0. If remainder 0 means again count will be increment, right? Now 1. Observe carefully. Now again j value increment happen. 4 modulus of 2. Remainder 0. Again count value increase. Up to now it is clear, right? So what happened means again j value increments 4 modulus of 3. That means remainder will be 1. Am I right? See, remainder will be 1. Remainder will be 1. At the time count increment will happen? No, it won't happen, right? So again what happened? J value increment 4 modulus of 4. What is the remainder? 0. Observe very good carefully here. Now count will be increment because remainder we got as a 0. If 0 got means this condition will satisfy, this condition will satisfy, then count also increment will happen. Now totally what is the total count? 3. So 3, so this condition also it will be checked here. Now 3 less than or equal to 3, 3 less than or equal to 3 means for loop itself terminated, this for loop is terminated, then it will be checked this condition. Now tell me 3 is equal to 2. Now what happened? Whether this condition satisfy? It won't satisfy, so immediately it won't print this. The means 4 it will be won't print. Immediately what happened? Immediately I plus plus increment happens. Same like it will be checked 5 6 7 8 9, it will be checked up to which number we given, it will be checked. Okay, why I written this condition means I will be tell you why I return this condition means, for suppose take 10 you take. Okay, take 10. Okay, So at the time what happened? 10 modulus of 1, right? What is the remainder? 0. Count also increment. Observe very bit carefully here. Count also increment. uh, Next time j plus plus increment. Now tell me what is the remainder here? Remainder 2 divided by 10. 2 5s are 10, right? 2 5s are 10 means remainder will be 0, right? Here 0. So at the time also count increment 1. So same like that, 10 of 3. So here remainder will be 1, right? 3 divided by 10, remainder will 1. Okay. At the time count won't increment. Same like 10 modulus of 4. So at the time what happened? For example, take 4 divided by 10. 4 2s are 8. So what is the remainder here? 2, right? Am I right? 2. So now it will be 2. So count also won't increment, right? So 10 mod division of 5. So now tell me what is the remainder here? 0, right? Like 5 divided by 10. 2 here remainder will be 0. So now tell me here what is the remainder now? 1 we got, right? 1. Now totally tell me up to now, tell me 3. So immediately what it will be check? It will be check 3. 3 greater than or equal to 3. Then here itself it will break. Then it will be check our condition whether count value. What is the count now? 3. So 3 is equal to 2. This condition also won't satisfy. Then we can able to say 10 is not a prime number, like that we say. So after writing like this, means one more condition. It won't check remaining things and all. It won't check remaining things. See here itself it will be stopped. It won't check 6 7 8 9 10. It won't check. Here itself it will be terminate the for loop. So for that getting better performance purpose, we return this condition. Okay, up to now it is clear, right? So apart from hard coding, this I value means this n value we can take from user also. For that we will use scanner class. So we need to import is equal to new scanner. So we will be get input from user, then we can print up to which numbers he. So system dot in, we get input from user, right? So how we will be get dot next int, we need to use next integer, we are expecting as a integer. Then no need to hard code every time. Here itself get from user. So after getting from user, so you ask to user, inform you to user, right? Like that. System dot out dot print. So ask to user up to which numbers you need to print, like that. I will ask simply enter number. Then user will in console it will be display and user will be enter some particular number, we will be display up to that. So it will ask enter number. My time is I need to print in between 10. So like this. So in future I want 100. In between 100 I need to print prime numbers. In future like this happen, right? See, observe carefully. Okay, this is the logic. The main logic is here itself. It is there. Main logic will be this one. Okay, main logic this one, like this one. Then we can able to say this is a prime number. There are still many a number of logics is there. This is the one of among us. Okay, still if you have any doubt means let me know in comment section.